Good evening. Good evening, everyone. I hope you can hear me loud and clear. I'm here this evening for us to talk about the counter subversion bill 2024. I believe many of you are aware that those who have yielded our power to, whether by rigging or by election, they are at it again. They are trying to emasculate us in their own way. They do not think we are worth anything. And they keep, they think we bother them a lot. Hmm? They think we bother them a lot. So, therefore, they do whatever they want. Now, in this case, it is about the bill proposed by the um, Speaker of the National Assembly in the person of. Oh, okay. Guys, thank you very much for joining me. I can see many of us now are in here. So, before we start, there are there are a couple of things here, people. Before we start, this bill was introduced. Now, it says the reason why it's always good to cry out when you feel that things are not going right. Because a lot of us, so many people on Twitter, on radio, everywhere cried out. Suddenly, they decided to, he decided, in this case, the Speaker of the House, decided to withdraw the bill. So, what is the bill all about? I want to take us step by step as to what the bill is all about, right? So, two things we're going to be looking at this evening is one, the bill, and the controversial bill that says if you do not sing the national anthem, you go to jail. I raise my hand. I'm the number one person to go to jail because I don't even know the letters of the anthem. So here, ESS, whoever, I'm number one person to go to jail because I do not know, oh God of creation. That's it. No, 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 no. Okay, so I think I've failed now. They can now come and arrest me and arrest me just now. Okay, so people, what are we talking about? Subversion bill. In case if you haven't heard of it, what does it actually mean? The subversion bill here is, in Nigeria, well, it's a bill that was introduced by the Speaker of the House. So many people believe that there is some executive hand in that. The hands of ASO, and you know what I mean. Some people believe that the executive has some hands in it. The bill suggests that those found guilty of this offense could face a 5 million naira or a jail of 10 years. You ask yourself, what is the offense? A proposed legislation aimed to enforcing severe penalties on citizens who refuse to recite the national anthem. You know what that means? People like Aisha that have been in the public where Aisha Yusufu, that have been in the public where they refused or she has refused to sing that national anthem. It means if this bill had scaled through, Aisha would be in jail by now. That's what it is. It's just as simple as that, right? So what that means also that you and I that don't even know the letters and the wordings, and we have not been sent messages in our mailboxes to learn it, we may also be heading to jail. But I think, before they even pass this bill, I have a proposition. Everybody, anybody, they say my voice is echoing. Okay, guys, let me see. Is it better now? So now, anybody that has Papa Dot, I think my voice should be okay now, right? Okay, thank you very much. So anybody that has or rather anybody that is in the National Assembly, before they take this bill further. Now, even though they have, recalled it, but one will say they should actually, all of them, sing attention and sing the new national anthem. You see, all of them, I can bet you, in fact, I'll bet you 2 naira now. Half of them will say, Arise, O Comprasho, Nigeria, Kolobe, Tosa, Ama. You know, that's what many of them may likely sing. Many of them may not even know exactly what the letters of the new national anthem is. But here we are, the Speaker of the House, as if he has nothing else to do, and he just decided that he was going to propose this, that anyone who refuses to recite the national anthem could be fined 5 million or 10 years. Okay, good idea. Now, let us know in the comment section what you will want them to do first. Me, number one would be anyone who steal our money, be it as a constituency project or inflation of contract. We should start by we should start by not jail them. No, their right hand. We should start collecting hand. We'll give them long sleeve. Maybe, I don't know. Well, what do you think? We'll give them long sleeve because it's actually silly. Honestly, it's actually silly. But he's come back to say, "Oh no, this thing is not is obtainable in other countries." Come on, Oga. Tajuddin Abbas. Since 14 months, you have been missing in action. You resurfacing. The first thing you did was to say, okay, we are going to do XYZ and punish Nigerians for. See, a hungry man does not learn national anthem. Because if you refuse to, how would they know if you have refused to? Refuser means if I don't know it, I'll be doing. When we were in school, those of us noisemakers, we stay at the back. 2 times 1, 2, 2 times 2, will be the 2 times 14. So some people who doesn't know it, who don't know the answer, who don't know the letters and the wordings of the national anthem, will rather keep quiet. And if they keep quiet, maybe it means that they do not know how to recite it, or they have refused to recite it, and they risk 10-year jail term. How do you know? How do you, you know, how do you actually do that? But Obi Ezekwesili was one of those who, immediately that happened, Obi says, the counter subversion bill, it's actually silly. It is a silly fight of fancy, She has it with words. And this is how Obi Ezekwesili responded in her Twitter account. The former education minister wrote, I am certain that the Speaker of the House of Representative, Speaker Abbas, knows this for a fact. Surely he must know that the so-called counter subversion bill, which he introduced and alleged to be in the second reading, is a silly flight of fancy that further revealed how unserious and irrelevant the lawmakers are to Nigerian condition. I, for example, have kept my public statement and only stand and sing the real national anthem. Arise, oh compatriot. Okay, she's joining me now to the prisoner because so DSS. Now she's making a public confession that she's singing Arise, O compatriot. Okay, so me too, I'm singing Arise, O compatriot. So two of us. Well, that means we'll be never in the jail. If you want to join us, join us. He says, never the colonial and tribal one that he and his colleague conspired with Nigerian president and kangarooed into law in violation of constitutional process get ready to prosecute me when you pass your noxious counter subversion bill in action. Anyway, you see, so everyone kind of gets angry with them for something silly, something that does not make sense. And I do not think he expected the level of bashing he got, right? I do not think he expected the level of bashing he got. And suddenly, we'll now hear, oh, it's not the way you people think. But before we come to what he said, right, this evening, let us actually look at the 10 things you need to know about this subversion bill. One, introduction of the bill. The Nigerian House of Representatives has introduced the Counter Subversion Bill 2024. This bill aims to enforce strict penalties on Nigerians who refuse to recite the national anthem. The bill shows the government effort to promote national pride and unity by making the recitation of the anthem a legal requirement. I think these guys are jobless. Abbas, I think you know, either you guys are losing it or you guys are here. National pride is that we went to Olympic, that we spent billions and we won no medal. National pride is that our cyclist, the lady in Germany who got into Germany and had no bicycle to cycle with. National pride is that the training ground that some of the athletes want to use to train in Nigeria is being sublet to churches for praise and worship, and athletes can no longer go there to train. That is how you guys bring down the nation. And here you tell us of national pride if you're unable to recite the national anthem. Where is the national pride in this? This type of thinking and reasoning will actually really make your belly to ache. It doesn't make sense. Now, it goes further. Number two, it says penalties for non recitation. The bill proposes heavy penalty for those who refuse to recite the national anthem. If found guilty, a person could be fined 5 million naira or sentenced to 10 years in prison or both. This shows how serious the government is. Sorry. I'm laughing. Nigerians are hungry. They came out to protest. Police officers came, killed Nigerians, came online, denied that nobody died in the peaceful protest and bad governance protest, and nobody has been punished. But you want to punish Nigerians who the only thing they have in their head is how to survive, how to eat, what can they eat next. The children are hungry, everybody is tired, and all you can do is to come up with saying that penalties will be done XYZ. This one will happen to the other one. The other, oh, come on. Now again, it says the three things you need to know about the subversion bill is destruction of national symbol. The bill also cover offenses like destroying national symbol or defacing places of worship. On this one, I agree. Defacing places of worship should be. Places of worship is not only for Moscow or Islam. No, no, Moscow or Christianity. No. Anyone also going to the traditional worshippers to take their ancestral, whatever, Ikenga or whatever, the Mumuye, to say that he has power, has got the power, that he has got a Ganduje, Gandusa, whatever it is called, to destroy that. Yes, I agree on this one. Those people should be punished because no one, be you Christian, Muslim, traditional worshiper, whatever you are, you have no right to destroy the other person's, whatever he or she wants to worship. Want to worship his remote control or his beard or his, I don't know, whatever it is that, that let that be his. Okay, it says that people guilty of this action could face same penalty as those who refuse to recite. Jesus Christ. Okay. Sponsored by the speaker, The bill is sponsored by Taj, Tajuddin Abbas, the Speaker of the House of Reps, right? Scope of the offenses. Now, this is it. Interesting here. The bill addresses a variety of offenses beyond not reciting the national anthem, such as setting up illegal roadblocks, imposing unauthorized curfew, illegal roadblocks. How about we know who put illegal roadblocks? Try and drive from Owerri to LL. If you do not see more than 25 to 35 roadblocks illegally mounted, then I'll give you 2 naira too. And we know who are those. We know those on those illegal roadblocks. At some point, when I drive on those part of the world, it is better for me to use sellotape and stick my driver's license on the screen because it's of no use. Because at every point in time, you're looking at the next stop, and the ones here you haven't finished with them. The other ones are already getting ready to flag you down. Less than a pole. Anyway, you know that one. Then imposing unauthorized curfew and organizing unlawful protest. You see, these people are either they smoke something, you know, or they don't understand themselves. Organizing unlawful protest. I beg, which one is unlawful protest? During the time when Buhari contested with Dr. Chubo Kadibo, they were tear gassed, and eventually Chubo Kadibo didn't survive it. But Femi Falana SAN got a court judgment that you do not need a permission to protest. If you do not need a permission to protest, what makes it then illegal or unlawful? And these are people that ought to be making laws for us. He says that these provisions are meant to maintain public order and prevent activities that could disrupt the peace in the country. Honestly, I don't know where they were, what he was thinking when he was writing all this nonsense, basically. He said forceful takeover penalty. The bill also targets individuals who forcefully take over places like worship centers, schools, or other premises. Such actions could result in a fine of 5 million or 10 years imprisonment, blah, blah, blah. Well, we know people who have taken over places of worship, but we can't even go near them. They are not in Zampisa Forest. We know who they are, but we cannot go near them. Some of them even closer to the government. But what do we know? 7, sovereignty violation. The bill proposes penalty for people who pledge loyalty to organizations that do not respect Nigerian sovereignty. As if you guys represent the pledge allegiance or anything to Nigerian sovereignty. Someone who pledges allegiance to Nigeria cannot be stealing money and taking it abroad. Someone who pledges allegiance to Nigeria cannot be doing the things most of you are doing. Stealing and raping Nigerian resources without any form of protection and moving these funds abroad. These are things that it's almost like a daily occurrence. But hey, anyone who does whatever it is, um, they are against the Nigerian state. If convicted, they could face a fine of 3 million or 4 years imprisonment. Now, first reading, they were going to second reading. Whoa, 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 whoa. Now, people, after all the noise, right? The man in question has come out this evening to say the following, right? You can see what he has said. He's come out, he's taken to his Twitter handle to begin to Streamlab. Streamlab says it needs to be refrained from spam. Okay. So I will do that, Streamlab. Hold on. Now, people, this is what this man in the House of Rep said to the people today. This is his press release here. It says press statement from the office of the Speaker, House of Rep, August 14, 2024. Withdrawal of the counter subversion bill and other related bills. This is the thread. You see why it is good to complain, right? Now, he starts here by saying the public is hereby notified of the withdrawal of the counter subversion bill and other related ones introduced July 23rd, 2024. Signed Abdullahi Krishi, Special Advisor on Media. Blah, 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 right? Obviously, they've made that clarification and, wanted people to go to the WhatsApp channel because the link to the thing there is to the WhatsApp channel. But many of us did not want to get into the WhatsApp channel because we know the WhatsApp channel is only for propaganda. So they want, instead of sharing it on the X, he wants people to join a WhatsApp channel where they will be dishing you so much propaganda that at some point you may even forget your name. That is on another plan, right? Now look at it this way: if a people that have managed to, over the time, dwell more on money, 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 and has disgraced the nation in so many ways, are now telling the Nigerian people that if you cannot recite the national anthem, or if you refuse to recite the national anthem, you could be fined 5 million naira or a jail term. We have people in this country. How many billion was former Kogi State governor accused of? Has he been arrested? Yet he hasn't left Nigeria. He's still in this country, but he cannot be found. Dangote is crying. Dangote has now joined the Aluta Continua. He's now wearing barrette like us now, right? They're not bothered what they can do to help. What they can do to see if we can start local production here of oil. Recall that the GMD of NMPC, Melekiare, told Nigerians that they are not lying. That first week of August, the refinery in Port Harcourt will start working. Today is 14th, mid-August. It's not working. For the past couple of years, they've been paying people money, going to work, doing absolutely jack all. But it is our problem is those who cannot recite or those who refuse to recite national anthem. Expand your prison because plenty people will come. Plenty people will come. Expand your prison. That's what it means. On another plan, the end bad governance protest. Recall that in Kano, when the protesters went into Kano, no, not protesters, when the hired people went into Kano to protest, they went there. These are not my takes. These are the take of someone who understands Kano very well. Has the following to say: they went in there, looted everything that they can, but they did not take documents and books. These are not my words. I'm going somewhere. We have clear evidence that what these people took. Now, we suddenly start hearing that those who went into the court, into the library, that they looted the documents. All the documents used in the prosecution of the Gandola, the Bullion Van Babariga, the APC chairman, that they've looted the document. Does it make sense? It began to make you to think, can you put one and one together? Who was actually behind the organized looting? I'm not going to talk it. I didn't say anything. I don't know. But what I am saying, people, is very simple. If, according to this man, anyway, listen to him.
Mobilize young people to do some of those things. But let me tell you, if you want my honest opinion, as a Nigerian as a Northerner, what played out was not a perception of Asiwaju by the North. What played out is a clear indication of the abdication of the responsibilities that we, Northern elites, I say it with all sense of responsibility, we have abdicated our role and responsibilities to empower our young people. We've allowed a large army of uneducated, out-of-school children walking about in the streets without homes, without families, without imbibing any values. They don't even know, and they don't understand what is family, they don't understand what is societal values, they don't understand what is societal norms, and they are roaming the streets. And we could see them, 5 to 10, coming out to protest. And imagine, when they broke into Kano, the National Library in Kano, they took away everything except books. Not one book was taken by anybody. That tells you that, look, these guys, their direction is totally different from whatever you are thinking of. So we have neglected education in northern Nigeria.
You didn't hear it from my mouth. Let him say that again. They went into the library. They went into the places they looted. They looted even dustbin. But they
broke into Kano, the National Library in Kano. They took away everything except books. Not one book was taken by anybody. That tells you, imagine, when they broke into Kano, the National Library in Kano, they took away everything except books. The National Library in Kano, they took away everything except books.
Okay. Now, they took away everything except books. Okay. Now, ask yourself, if people that can go to a place, they are protesting, they looted everything just to create a bad image of the real protesters. They looted everything except book. Please, documents used in prosecution, in what form are they? In book form. In file, evidence and exhibit, right? Locked up somewhere. Suddenly, voila! This happened. Now you read something like this, you think, man, come on now. You guys can, just try another script. You guys can do better. When you read something like this, protesters who invaded Kanu Court the same day that they invaded library, that they carted away Ganduje's corruption trial documents. I beg, I wish I can laugh honestly, because this one, even the president will say, this one no follow. This one no follow. Even Babio will tell you off your.
That is okay. But let me explain. No, it's okay. It's okay. Let me explain. It's okay. Now. It's okay. You must not allow the two children to attend the budget every year. It's okay. Off your mic. It's okay.
You see, in this one, I mean, Mazezok, I think I can off my mic because there is nothing more to say, right? I don't know. Before I continue, Oga, tell us what happened in Kano.
They took away everything except books. Not one book was taken by anybody.
Okay. So, How can the same people that took away everything except book suddenly, that's when I miss Fela. Fela will tell you government magic. They fit turn yellow into white. Government magic. Well, all I can say that this is government magic. Oh, it has happened. No, it don't shell. The Kano state government has said that those who invaded the state high court during the nationwide protest scattered away some of the documents used in the prosecution of Ganduje. Daily Trust report that Kano government had dragged Ganduje, his wife, Hafsat Umar, his son Umar Abdullahi, and 5 others to the court over 8 charges bordering on misappropriation and diversion of funds during the 80 years tenure as a governor. The court is among the properties vandalized and looted by hoodlums during the End Bad Governance protest. On Wednesday today, Governor Abba Kabir Yusuf visited the court to assess the damage. Now, you begin to think, I don't know how, people, does it make sense? Does it make sense? In fact, you'll be speechless and you cannot even.
Today, I want to declare without equivocation.
I'm telling you honestly, I cannot even equivocate. I don't even know what. I cannot even equitos. No, equivocate.
Before I go on, let me postulate from the Franz Fanonian dictum.
Case finished. I raise my hand up. I give up. Honestly, on this note, I give up. I'm not kidding you, right? I finished. Kano state government. Until you guys get serious to talk about who are the people behind the invasion of the court that scattered the way suddenly, people that cannot read, they begin to look at the documents. Hey, this one here, we are interested. We can make it, we can use it and do so here, and use the rest and go to toilet. I beg. On this note, people, I leave us. But one thing is very clear. We must keep pushing. As I said, and as I tweeted the other day, as long as the government continue working the way they work, every day disgracing Nigerians, it comes a point when Nigerians will really hit the street. This time around, it will not be televised. It will catch many people, especially some of the media houses. It will catch everybody on that way. And I am Mazes, okay. I say to you.